What up, everybody? We have Ryan here, and Ryan is a special student because he is in our elite program. And I know, Ryan, you're a busy guy. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this.
Hey, man, thank you for having me. I know we were playing a little phone tag back and forth trying to get this set up, but I'm glad we found the time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I'm here to ask you a couple questions on the program, but let's start with this. So one, when did you join the program, or how long ago? And two, what was your knowledge of like modern sports cards and making money with sports cards before joining the program?
Okay. I started the program right around January 1st of this year, like right at the turn.
Okay, right now it's May. It's May, so about 5 months.
About 5 months ago. Yeah. Yep. My knowledge of sports cards before I joined the program, I mean, slim to none. I started collecting cards in the 90s, mostly basketball, but I didn't know anything about modern sports cards. I didn't even look at them until I don't know, about a year ago, like when COVID was kind of ramping up. I started looking at them a little bit, but compared to the knowledge that I have now, very little.
Okay, good. Do you ever so before joining the program, did you ever make $1 on like flipping sports cards or no?
No, I mean, I would just put stuff on eBay that I didn't want, but I had no idea what I should be selling it for, or how to look at them, how to grade them, or anything like that. So I mean, maybe $5 here and there, just kind of messing around on an old eBay account.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So you joined the program 5 months ago, and the golden question that anyone ever seems to care about is about how much money do you think you've made since joining the program with sports cards?
Let's see. Well, as you know, I am part of your elite program. That kind of stepped me up into a little bit higher tier. I'm probably somewhere between 30 and 40K.
Okay, cool. And how have you? So talk to me. How have you done that? Just like grading mostly. What kind of strategy were you using?
Oh, well, I don't mean to toot your horn. I've been using you a lot. But no, I mean, so I was skittish when I first joined the program. I didn't really know what I was getting into, but your training videos, the homework that you give before you even suggest buying a card, kind of puts me in a good situation to be able to look at the cards I look for now, know how to grade them, kind of know what to expect on turnarounds, and the whole grading process. So that's kind of why I'm in a good position now, if that answers your question.
So it's funny. So I guess two things. So the first thing is so you've made 30 to 40K in 5 months, and the great thing about sports cards, like I always tell people, is it compounds. Like for the first reason is right, you just simply have more money to spend. It's just simple. Sure. The more money you have to spend, the more money you're gonna make. And also now you have more confidence. Now you're like, okay, wait, this works. Let me put more money into it. But what do you think? Obviously, you've been a pretty good student. What do you think separates? What advice would you give to somebody that's new into the program, getting into sports cards, that you wish you could have given yourself 5 months ago, or maybe you did and it worked for you?
Oh my God. Run everything by your coach first would be the number one advice I would give anyone looking that just started the program. That's because you talk about, basically the 4 major categories of grading. As long as you do your homework, you should be relatively good with that. Learn how to comp cards. That's number 1, too. So kind of where you're putting your money, what you're getting into, and what you can expect, as long as you get the return grades that you want. But yeah, I mean, my number 1 thing for a guy starting out would be honestly trusting your coach. Talk to your coach. Let them guide you. That's what they're there for. That's why you're in the program, to learn from them, because they've been doing it forever, and they know. Like what Ryan James says, where it's kind of like walking through a minefield. Your coach is like, don't step there, don't step there.
Yeah. No, saying no is more powerful than yes sometimes.
Exactly.
People always, when they come into the program or they're interested, they always say, what types of cards are you buying? Are you going to teach me what types of cards to buy and stuff? And it's I say, of course, yes, but actually the more powerful thing is, we're going to tell you what not to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause like there's so many cards out there, right? And like there's so many different types of things to do and things to buy and different ways to make money. It's better to know what not to do. That's actually more powerful.
Exactly.
So yeah, and then one last thing before I let you go is I know when you joined the program, one of the things you said, which always struck with me, is like, I want to do this full time. I want to quit my job. I got to prove it to my wife, right?
Sure.
So like, how's that whole process going?
It's actually going really well. As long as I show her the process, and I have been showing her, the more that she believes in it, the more that, little leeway she gets, or I get, to invest more money into sports cards as opposed to, working 9 to 5. So I'm not there yet, but I've only been in there for 5 months now. I fully expect to go full time by the end of the year. So, well, that's my plan.
Nice. So 12 months, go full time. That's not bad. Yeah. Usually sports cards and wives, they don't mix well. Usually, not always, but usually. So I'm happy that your wife is starting to
it's a hard
understand.
Sell, she doesn't know anything about sports cards. Didn't collect them when she was younger, so she doesn't. She's sports in general is she's kind of obsolete too. So
yeah, I mean, I could speak for myself. Like when I got into sports cards in 2015, obviously I followed sports religiously, but I didn't really know what sports cards were, and it wasn't nearly as big back then. And when my friend told me he was doing this, the one who got me into it, I had to ask him like 5 times. I was like, "You're kidding? Like sports cards, like CARDS, like there's money, not cars, cards." And he was like, yeah. And he started showing me pictures, and I was like, "There's no way this is possible." Then that's how I kind of got into it. But that sounds great, dude. 30 to 40K in 5 months. Hopefully we could double that, make that 70 to 80K in the next 5 months.
I hope so.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. And yeah, man, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I'll see you soon.